Hi, welcome to Newswave. My name's Wendy, and today we're diving into threats to the ocean. I'm live with environmental biology professor Leslie. Hi, welcome, Professor.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you for asking me to be part of your podcast presentation. I'll be glad to answer your questions on oceans.
Thank you, Professor. Now, what would you say are currently some of the greatest threats to the ocean?
Yes, I would say that the greatest threat to oceans today, of course, is climate change. The ocean's temperatures rise, it creates habitat destruction, and this is the number one cause for animal and plant extinction. As the oceans heat with coming expansion and sea level rise, which is already causing destruction to most land, and of course, unfortunately, this destruction of land to sea level rise is now mostly on the backs of poor people along the equator.
And just how can you correlate pollution to ocean acidification?
The main cause of the reason for this has to do with fossil fuel industry. The fossil fuel industry is by far the largest contributor of carbon into the atmosphere. The mining and burning of coal, oil, natural gas, especially fracking. These industries are subsidized by governments and through taxpayer dollars, of course. And what happens with this is that because of this, it keeps the prices artificially low. Thus, they can outcompete renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, etc.
And which industries would you say are responsible for most of the pollutants within the ocean?
So what happens is through a series of chemical reactions, carbon causes the ocean's pH to acidify. Because of this acidification, it causes habitat destruction and toxic conditions, and especially for and including coral reefs. What are the main risks of ocean acidification? And these are really important questions. Due to an increase in temperature, there's also the carbon sink, which causes oceans to acidify. The ability for the oceans to absorb so much of human-produced carbon is coming to an end.
And what do you think can be done in order to mitigate pollutants that are directly correlated to ocean acidification?
The best way to stop the destruction of world oceans is to stop burning fossil fuels, of course. Since that has not been happening, now we have to mitigate. So we have a little time left, and we must do something at this point in time to stop this trend of oceans acidifying. Usually what comes to mind on mitigation is that now we're in trouble. And so to mitigate is now using forms of artificial atmospheric carbon dioxide removal before they're absorbed into the ocean.
Well, there you have it. Thank you once again so much, Professor Leslie.
Thank you.
Now, according to the HuffPost, ways to reduce your carbon footprint include unplugging your devices, walking more, eating organically, and spending less. Thank you guys for tuning into today's Newswave. This is Wendy Mena signing off.